Hello everyone, my name is Aditi. I'm a second year BSc student at IIT Guwahati, and welcome to the episode of Why Did We Enroll in this degree program? So today I have trapped Francois into spilling everything he thinks about Indian education. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Hello Francois, how are you doing? What is up? Introduce yourself.
I'm in Phuket today. I'm usually based in Beijing. I work for AIIB, which is a supranational bank that finances projects all around the world, including in India. Actually, we have a third of our loans that are dedicated to lots of work in India, such as building roads or whatever. And I have been working there for about 8 months now. Um, and that was obviously well after I started the program at IIT Guwahati. So I started this program a couple of years ago. I was spending a lot of time on Coursera at the time. I was doing the program organized by Professor Andrew on machine learning, which is pretty lengthy and pretty new. And I guess that's where the recommender system kicked in and said, "Oh, are you interested in starting with the IIT Guwahati?" So obviously, I was a little bit intrigued. I had heard a lot about IITs at work, working with IT graduates in banking, very bright people. So I thought, well, as a foreigner, if I have a chance to study at an IIT, that's absolutely great because I knew the brand. And I prepared for my little qualifier test.
So, how it's been pursuing a degree in India?
Feel about the studying at the IIT? Well, it's been a very good experience so far. I mean, to be honest, I started as something I would do, not just on the side, because obviously I was aware of, it's a full-fledged degree, so not something to be taken lightly. But at first, I've got to say something that I found quite attractive was the fact that it could be done between 4 and 8 years. And I thought, well, I'll just take it, at my time, at my speed, sorry. Whenever I can. And at the beginning, I had a lot of time, so I was doing 4 classes um, a trimester. That this has actually become now the top priority in my life. Not just something on the sort of back burner, but something I'm really committed to do in actually 4 years. Because I was actually more interested than I thought I would be. Classes, the assignments, the tests, and also the community, which is extremely engaging. All this WhatsApp group, for every class or general things. So eventually you start to speak to students and you find yourself, well, actually, everyone is working very hard. So you are sort of carried with the rest of the cohort into doing that very intensively. Yeah, basically now it's if I'm not at work or spending time with family as I still have to, I'm doing studying for Guwahati. So that is very good because it carries some kind of placeholders. The timing is very convenient because it basically happens after work. So 10 something usually I'm available for class. Time to time, you have the ability to watch the recording. I think that the fact that we have a lot of videos that we can watch to prepare for class is very useful. Study, yeah, makes everything, flexible enough, but also not just too flexible to a point where you're just alone studying and study hard and make a lot of progress. To be honest, India is still, a place I have to learn. It's not completely new to me because actually I had visited India many times before the program, and I had a lot of Indian colleagues at work. At work, actually, I was going to India from time to time. So it's not as if it was a very, very new place to me. I think, that I find this, um, I find that there is dedication to studying in India, generally speaking. So I could find that with my colleagues. they sort of build a bridge with what I would like to do, on chats and everything. Everyone speaks English. That's very useful. And yeah, I find interaction with Indians really, really easy, actually.
Thought of visiting the IIT Guwahati campus.
I was actually considering to come this August. So last time we had one of these big sessions with Senat. I was asking, whether there would be a festival in August. Complicated because I was starting my new job, so I wasn't really able to travel, from China to Guwahati.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think if there is anything before the end of the year, I will really make it a priority to visit campus this
Yeah.
time.
So if you had to rate teaching, like out of 10,
10,
10 on 10.
without any question.
And what about the test? Would you call it hard, medium, or easy?
And I've got to say, it really depends. I think we've all experienced. We had some meetings where most of us were quite, what do you say, shocked with equally how easy, how difficult it could be. So
Yeah.
basically, I think, this first week for this third trimester, we had one test in particular where I think we probably all going to score 90 at least. But there were equally tests where I think, you would score 50 and you would feel very, very happy. And actually, that's okay because some of the teachers have actually acknowledged that the idea is not that, everyone, scores very well all the time or very badly all the time. You really want a range of marks towards the end of the trimester. So sometimes will be, and that's perfectly fine because it also boosts your morale. And, it's nice to have a good mark from time to time, even if we know it's easy, right? But equally, it's important to understand that if we have a very tough tests, and I think that's been some of the math tests.
So overall, how it's going for you here so far?
Well, in one word, and as I mentioned, it's amazing. In one line, it's engaging. It develops habit of learning.
Any do's and don'ts for the newbies?
Batch is, well, first prepare for your math test before before you take the acceptance, and then yeah, study hard for every single topic. And I would say that from time to time during class, there are this is maybe extremely advanced, or maybe we don't want to pursue on every single topic that it. Very recent experience. I was attending a quantitative finance seminar conference in Beijing. So and half of the topics were on machine learning, even though that was a quantitative finance conference. And pretty much every single keyword that was taught to us during the various classes on machine learning or statistics or algorithm surfaced at some point. Even some of the stuff that you look at and you think, well, that's very advanced. Do I have jobs in their research? And there is absolutely to leave on the side or think I'll do it later, because absolutely everything that we are taught is current and relevant to what professionals are doing or researchers are working on. And I would say also that, even for the first classes, even if people feel that it may be a little bit simple or whatever, don't delay, stick to everything, all the PDF, search online. And I'd say, yeah, even for the English class, for example, I think a lot of us thought that, we would score probably decently. And then eventually, even if you get 90%, you only score, BB or something like that.
So yeah, thank you, Francois, for being so real with us. To all the new upcoming students, just remember it's a learning curve for everyone, and just breathe, show up, stay curious, slightly chaotic. Okay, bye, toodles.